Introduce your kids to the world of programming and coding with Ozobot. Your kids will use their imagination to play and create fun games and challenging activities that will enhance their logical reasoning. Ozobot is designed to recognize colors as well as different color sequences on both paper and your favorite digital surfaces that are iOS or Android compatible. For example, when I draw a red line, Ozobot will recognize that color and turn red. The same happens when it recognizes blue or green colors. Now, when I take those colors and place them in different sequences, it tells Ozobot to perform specific commands such as slow down, speed up, or spin.
Thank you, everyone. Well, it's very exciting to be here today. So for the last sort of 10 years or so, I've been engaged in this kind of rather interesting artistic performance practice, which is live coding musical concerts. So here, for example, I'm actually programming 2 robotic pianos. So one of the neat things about this performance is that these robotic pianos are obviously acoustic, right? So this is an acoustic performance which is being generated by a computer. And the genre in this context was actually a sort of a jazz piano concert. We're going to do a live coding musical concert for you now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a name, and we need an instrument for this. I'm going to give it a volume. The numbers I'm working with today sort of span from 0 to 127, so a volume, silence is 0, as loud as it gets is 127. And now we're going to set this off and running. Okay, so we've got this little cell running around here, and this kind of design pattern here is called a temporal recursion. So basically the function calls itself, it plays a note, and then it calls itself back in the future. And so we get this kind of looping going around. But of course, we don't just want one note. You know, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to define a root. We want some kind of harmonic progression going here. So I'm going to do a little offset to the piano here. Okay, so we're going to start building up this piece live, and I'm going to be changing all these algorithms live as we're going along. So let me bring in now a bass line, just something to kind of ground this root element that we're looking at. So now you can hear this bass that we've got. This is sort of an FM synthesizer, but it's sort of trying to be sounding like a traditional electric bass guitar. I like some sort of nice sparkly stuff up the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the right hand of the piano. I'm going to put a little conditional in here where we're just going to check for a probability. So here we go. So now we have this little sort of sparkly synth sitting on top. It's not playing all the time, it's just coming in sort of 40% of the time. But it's basically mimicking the right hand of the piano, but up a fifth and just popping up every now and then. So to give this a little more drive, I'm actually going to put in a kick drum now. Okay, so you can hear that kick, it's giving us a little bit of drive. I'm going to bring in some hi-hats. And so you'll see there's this kind of stochasticness happening in this random now for the rhythm of the hi-hat. And I'll just slowly take this out by sort of winding everything back down again. And there we go.